I've been so alone ever since I left the tribe. That's just how it goes, guess I like the lonely vibe.
Yo, what is up guys, SurgicalGoblin here and welcome to this new episode. In today's video, as you guys can see, Crown Championship Challenge. I managed to get 20 wins. Unfortunately, I didn't do live battles just because I really wanted to focus. And when I'm recording, my focus is different of course. Like maybe I could do it, but still I just want to make sure I could get my full focus and try to get 20 wins. As you guys can see, I made it. I went 21 with this expo deck. Again, an expo deck. Recently I did an expo deck video as well, but I just think in this meta expo is really solid. And as you guys can see, like 21, many others did 20 wins with this one as well. I believe Trainer Chris did it, I believe Ace as well, and I'm not sure about the others. Quite a lot of people actually managed to get 20 wins. And in today's video, I will show 3 replays. Yeah, just talking a little bit about why and what you do during the game. And I think going over replays might be a little bit boring, but I also think it's good because I could be giving more information instead of focusing on playing. I could more focus on commentating and explaining you guys. So again, this is the deck, but let's first collect the 250k gold. So there you go, that feels really good to collect that gold, especially with your free entry. You have 3 free entries, and after that it will be 10 wins. So let's open the chest. I do think, like, I saw some chest screenshots, but the chest is really bad. Maybe, yeah, so no legendary and only 3 epics. So in my opinion, for 20 wins, this chest is really bad. But I don't know, like, maybe they could have at least done like a grand challenge chest, but I feel like it should have been way better than this. But I guess because of the gold, it's like compensated, I guess. But let's hop into the first match. So with this expo deck, you're really, like, you have a really solid defense. You have your Inferno Dragon, you have your Mega Minion, Ice Golem to tank for your expo, but also in defense, like to lightning block or to kite, like P.E.K.K.A or something like that. And this guy starts off with a collector, so this matchup is expo versus Golem. And I drop a Mega Minion, seeing that I don't have a Fireball or an expo cycle, but I can cycle to my expo by dropping my Mega Minion. I drop my Ice Golem, and there you go, there's my expo. He tried to block it with this Golem, but luckily for me, the expo actually locks on the tower. He drops his Mega Minion, so as you can see, he's pretty low on elixir. And I drop my Inferno Dragon right on top of his Golem. So the Inferno Dragon actually managed to kill it. And the expo is dealing so much damage, guys. Like, look at this damage right away. At this moment, I know that it's in Fireball range because it's 228 HP left. A Fireball does 229. And I decide to just take the tower by hitting his Electro Wizard and the tower, finishing off the left side tower within the first minute of the game. But if you look at his elixir, he has such a big elixir advantage right now. And if you look at my cycle, like, I can't really do much. So I decide to sit back right now and fully focus on defense, knowing that if I fully focus on defense, I should be able to defend, even though he does have a huge elixir advantage. Knowing that if I can get value out of cards like my Inferno Dragon or something, I know that I should be able to defend it. So I drop my Mega Minion to cycle. Inferno Dragon is in cycle right now, so I drop it in the corner, all the way in the back. And I believe I will have my Ice Wizard. Like, I try to spread out my troops. Unfortunately, he does get a really good lightning, hitting my Mega Minion and Inferno Dragon. But still, the lightning doesn't kill the Inferno Dragon. And look at the Inferno Dragon with the help of the tower and the Ice Wizard doing such good work versus his Golem. And I decided to actually go with Expo right here because he spent so much elixir and we have a counter push going. So I decided to go with the Expo just to keep the pressure. At first I thought, okay, let's fully focus on defense. But after that first defense, like, it was such a good defense, I was able to go with the Expo again just to pressure, just to deal a little bit of damage. And we're actually dealing so much damage to the right side as well. It's 844 HP left and he pumps up. And with this matchup, I feel like you should not fireball his collectors. If you know you are, like, good in defense, I guess. If you know you have a solid defense, which this deck has, you can cycle so quick. As you can see, I have an Ice Wizard there, Inferno Dragon, and I'm cycling new Inferno Dragon. I decided to lock his Goblin Gang. I drop another Inferno Dragon, and he's giving me a really good Fireball value. He has a Night Witch there, which is about to die. The Fireball kills it. It hit the Mega Minion, Electro Wizard, and the Golem. As you can see, the Inferno Dragon, another one, like I had 2 there. And he's still pushing so hard, but I have a lock for his Goblin Gang. And as you guys can see, like, this defense is just so solid. I think I'll drop my Ice Wizard, but it's GG already. 6 seconds left, and that was GG. So like looking at the matchup, you guys would say, okay, he has a decent matchup, like Golem Lightning versus Expo, no building, just Inferno Dragon, but he has Lightning and Electro Wizard, but you're still managing, or I still managed to do quite well. And this matchup is interesting because, as you guys can see right now, he has Rocket, Inferno Dragon, etc. starting in, so I didn't know what deck he had, and he's actually from Royale Queso, so a family clan, so that was funny as well. But as you can see, like I think I started with my Expo pretty soon. He has his Rocket ready, but he actually has Expo as well. But then he has Rocket and he has Bats instead of Ice Spirit. So we have the same matchup, just Fireball. And here he will have his Rocket. There you go. So there's his Rocket. So I said, wow, like I didn't expect it at all. And he has the Ice Wizard coming our lane. We are up in Elixir, but I can counter it with just the Ice Spirit. As you can see, by dropping the Ice Spirit to the side, you can counter an Ice Wizard. If you guys didn't know that, now you guys know that. Like, it's a positive Elixir trade, of course. So here he will reveal his Expo. I decided to put a Mega Minion. I decided to put a Inferno Dragon, but I don't have anything to kill the bats. So I decided to quickly drop my Fireball, hitting his Expo, hitting his bats as well. So my Mega Minion and my Inferno Dragon are able to finish off the Expo without taking too much damage. And as you guys can see, we're equal in Elixir right now. He's leading with damage. He has the Rocket for the Expo, and we have the Fireball. So in this matchup, it's really key to outcycle your opponent. Like, I'm trying to outcycle my opponent's his Rocket or his defense. Right here, I go with the Inferno, and this is interesting. Here, he decided to not use his Rocket on my Expo. I'm not sure why he didn't, but he still has the Inferno Dragon there, Ice Wizard, Bats, etc., and he will easily counter the Expo. But look at the damage I'm dealing. I'm dealing solid damage right now. We are falling behind in Elixir. If you look at his Elixir, he has 6 Elixir right now. We only have 2 Elixir, so we're behind 4 Elixir right now. But I still feel like we can defend quite nice because he just used his bets. So I know Inferno Dragon will get a lot of value, but he could cycle back, of course. So he decides to go a little bit passive, and even with this Elixir advantage, he decided to not go offensive. And I feel like mirror, like matchup with Expo, whoever is aggressive often wins. Here he drops Expo into the same lane. Really interesting decision because I can Fireball his tower, his Expo, and I will log it as well. First of all, to chip it away. Second of all, it will actually counter most of it. And he didn't deal much damage to my left side tower. So I'm totally fine with him getting around 400, 500 damage over there. I just need to watch out that it won't get too much, of course. But again, I have my Ice Golem. I can Fireball and Lock. He does the same thing. Really interesting. This time I do hit the Ice Wizard as well. My Lock unfortunately misses the Ice Wizard. But I can drop another Ice Wizard. Because this deck is so cheap. Like, it's 3.1 Elixir, I believe. And because it's so cheap, I'm easily able to cycle. He was leaking a little bit of Elixir, but right now I know that I can just spell cycle him out. We can defend and then cycle him out. And this is something he did really good because he dropped his Expo one tail more towards the bridge. So my Fireball couldn't hit it. So I decided to just Fireball it just to be sure. Like, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk getting my tower near rocket range. So I decided to Fireball and Lock. I will still get the Lock damage, and with the Fireball I'm just making sure his Expo will die. And right now we're like in a really good situation. We just need one more or 2 more Locks and 1 Fireball, I believe. But I decided to go with Expo. He puts his Expo into my Mega Minion, so I know it's good game. I will lock his Expo. I'll put another Ice Wizard. And if you look at his cycle, he knew it's over as well. Like, he doesn't have anything. He had to Rocket, but it would have been too late already. So that was GG. And the second game I wanted to share. So I guess a tip from me: if you play a mirror matchup with Expo, try to get value out of your troops, like on defense, and as sort of a counter push, or try to be more aggressive and try to outcycle your opponent's counters. And this was the last match right here. I was 19-1, so this was the match. Like, I knew if I won, I would have like finished the challenge. For me, it doesn't matter with qualifying for CCGS, but of course, like, the amount of gold you get is insane, especially with the free try. So I started with the Ice Spirit in the back. He started with a Goblin gang. So at this moment I knew it would either be 3 Musketeers. It would either be Lava Loon because it has Goblin gang as well. But him showing the Bedram, I knew it would be 3 Musketeers. So I decided to go with an Expo in the other lane. I decided to go with a Mega Minion on the right side. to counter his Batteram. Looks like he went with a miner and a main horde. I tried to defend that, but still he's defending that quite nice. But we're leading with damage right now. He is up 1 elixir, so I believe he will pump up. And I think I will fireball, but I'm not sure. The reason why I fireball is because I know I have a solid defense and I know I can cycle back with this deck. So especially in before overtime, he will not be able to build such a big like double lane pressure. So I will like not easily be able to cycle back, but quite easy, I guess. Just because, as I said, like it has a quick cycle. So there you go. There is his 3 musketeers. So I decided to go with Ice Wizard towards the right lane. And I drop a defensive expo. Like, you don't even need to have the fireball necessarily in defense. In this case, he does have main horde, which is quite annoying if you don't have the fireball. Because I don't have a zap, but the Ice Wizard, the Ice Golem and the Ice Spirit is often enough. And I'll drop an Ice Spirit on the right side to not take any damage over there. Luckily, the Musketeer on the left side went down. Otherwise, we would have been in trouble. But right now, we're still behind 1 elixir. But I'm slowly like catching up. I'm defending quite well in this case, and I believe he pumps up again, and this time I do go with the offensive expo because I know that we are about to hit overtime, so he probably will be able to build up a big double lane push. So I decided to go with the expo, and he goes with a miner, but the expo is locked on. I believe he chose a main horde, and I'm a little bit late with my fireball. I should have thrown it already, just because the expo would have taken the tower. But I was a little bit late with my fireball, so pretty big mistake, but nothing like game changing, I guess. I guess I could have taken the tower there, but he goes with 3 muskies over here. And I know I can cycle back, so there you go. I cycled my fireball on top of his tower and on top of the 2 musketeers. But right now I know that, or he will like try to punish me, of course, because I cycled back to my my fireball, so it's out of rotation. So he decided to go with a Goblin gang over there, but I cycle another Electro or another Ice Wizard. I mean, so 2 Ice Wizards over there. Mega Main is still alive, and I know it's good game, so I already call good game. I get fireball on 1 musketeer in the tower to take it down. And I know like 8 seconds left. I can just drop a tank and distract the units he has over there. So that was the win for the 20 wins, or the game for the 20 wins, I mean. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. A bit of a short one. I'm only recording for 11 minutes. But as I said, like I didn't want to do it live, risking to not tilt, I guess, just lose focus. I tried to focus more. So again, these were the matchups for like pretty far in the challenge. This is the deck again, 3.1 elixir, so feel free to copy it. If you guys have any questions about the deck, feel free to ask it in the comment section or in my Twitter. You can just tweet at me, tag me as well at SurgicalGoblin, and most of the times I will respond if I see your tweet, so feel free to do that. And if you enjoyed this episode, definitely smack that like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, feel free to subscribe, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye.